And you know what day it is. It's Open Home Wednesday. So this week we're talking to you about the next letter in the I.C.A.RE pledge. The A is for accountability. Last week we talked a little bit to you about commitment. Commitment is a big deal. I told you to stop spreading yourself out, get rid of plan B, and let's get zoned in on what it is that we've been set to do, what's been instilled in us to do. So we've come a long way so far. We're halfway there. Stay with me, and we're going to ride this thing out. Okay, now on to the A, accountability. I got 3 points for you today. Pivotal that you get these. I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to contain myself as much as possible, but I really hope that this is everything that you needed. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks for all the support. All right, so after last week's talk about commitment, I've gotten a few phone calls, had some people going through some things, and they're like, you know, I've gotten rid of plan B, as scary as it might be, that they've done some things. A lot of the times what I'm finding is that once people get rid of plan B, they're inside of plan A, and then all of a sudden the fear comes along because everything with plan A ain't going quite right. You know, you might have given up your second job and you focusing on that primary job, or you done decided that this is my major, I'm going to commit to my major, and all of a sudden you get that grade back. I know we're getting a lot of report cards right now. So to kind of touch on that, there's a few things that I really need you to get, all right? So listen to me when I tell you. I need you to get a hold of these. So I'm going to start these principles early. Principle number 1, let your yes be your yes. If you say that you are going to do something, a man or a woman is only as good as their word. You have to stay committed to what it is that you started out to do. And if you know in your heart of hearts that that is your major, then you stay in that major. Do not become a coward and back out right now. You decided that you were going to be there. Maybe that midterm didn't go. Maybe the final exam didn't go. Maybe you got to take that class over again. Let's put our big girl and big boy panties on and let's get to registering for that class again, okay? Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. All right? I also need you to understand, man, listen to me when I tell you that the Bible says we are to be all things to all people. I'm here to tell you that you can't be in all things with all people. You can't keep doing that. You can't. You have to be accountable to the things that you're saying. Like I said, let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Sometimes you're going to have to tell people, no, thank you. I can't do that for you right now. No, thank you. I can't take that second job right now. No, thank you. I don't need that second slice of cake right now. I'm headed somewhere. I'm working on something. I need to focus on that. I got to be accountable to what I say. You got in trouble with your boss this week. You late again. You got to be accountable. Nobody came to, like I told you, nobody came to your house and told you they needed you to work. You applied for the job. You went through the process. You got hired. Now all of a sudden the fire done dwindled down a little bit. You know, had a little bit of adversity. You a little burnt. You know, burnt out. You got to be accountable. You said yes. Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. All right? Principle number 2, address the mess. All right? Address your mess. I talked to a young lady on the phone the other day, and her relationship, she was committed to it. She wanted to do it, and everything was going great, and she said yes, and all of a sudden things just weren't going the way she wanted to, and the first thing she had going on was something on the side. What did I tell you last week? Get rid of plan B. Get rid of plan B. I just told you to let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Well, when you're accountable to certain things, the only thing that you can do is work that thing out. Now, if you're in a relationship and it's not working out the way you hope for, stop pointing the finger. Stop looking for somebody to blame. And the moment you do that, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. So I'm going to ask you to address your mess. And the only way that you can do that is by looking in the mirror and figuring out what it is that you need to change. There's something going on that you're doing that's starting to cause these issues. So what is it that you can address? Now, I'm not saying this to everybody so it can be a manipulation piece. Let's just be very clear about that. Certain relationships you ain't meant to be in. You know what I mean? Certain jobs just aren't meant for you. But you know full well that if you're not doing those things, you coming in late, you leaving out early, and that's in a relationship or with a job, or you giving 50%. Come on, man. Let's just be honest. Let's address the mess. Let's look in the mirror and address the mess. At a certain point, I had to do the same thing. All these relationships not going the way I want them to. Job after job isn't going. I'm being burnt out. I'm tired all the time. At a certain point, what was the common thread? What was the common scenario? Everything in my life that was going so bad, what was the common link? And at a certain point, I had to address my mess and look myself in the mirror and say that who I was, what I was doing, was not going to get the job done. Yeah, I know it's hard, and I know you're probably mad at me right now, but address your mess. I assure you there's something that you need to clean up right now. Or maybe it's last but not least, take this on to principle number 3. Sometimes you got to stick your chest out, get your chin up, and embrace that hard decision that you're not making right now. You're not making a hard decision. Oh, but it'll work out if I just hold on. Come on. Sometimes you got to let it go. Sometimes you just do. Sometimes when you say, Griggs, I've done that. I've let my yes be my yes. I've been accountable. I've looked at myself. I've made those corrections. I've done that. Okay, I've set my watch 10 minutes early. I'm showing up to work and they still won't let me just be. It's time for you to get that chin up, stick that chest out. It might be time to make that change, but you can't keep waiting around for that perfect moment, that right moment, that perfect time. It's never going to be the perfect time. There's somebody out there right now, you sitting at your desk and you watching me, and every day you come into work, you are absolutely miserable. Your boss don't have to say nothing to you. You ain't got to be in trouble. You generally just cannot stand being there. Yes, you, get up. Get up right now, walk to your boss desk, sit down your letter of resignation that you've been drafting for the last 2 weeks. It might be just time to go. It's time to go. Trust me when I tell you, your life will be better because of it. Their company will be better because of it. And most of all, you'll be living a fulfilled life. All right? You have to be accountable in every single thing that you do. Everything you do. Whether you know it or not, just like when you throw a rock in a pond, it creates a ripple effect out. How you are in life, what you're doing, who you are, you have to be accountable for, because what you do affects the next person. It affects the immediate people around you. Those are the immediate people that you feel the ripples with. I know I mentor a lot of young men in juvenile prisons and in prisons alike. Your actions affect other people. Too often we wait until after we make these poor decisions to see the effects that it has on the people around us. I need you to start being accountable for your decisions. Your decisions is all we've been talking about. Finding what it is that you want to do. Driving it home. Being audacious enough to have enough ambition to start going to the things that you need to go to, whether it be counseling, whether it be whatever. You got to start making the push today. You got to have that ambition today. Right now is the time. You can't wait no more. All right? You have to be accountable. Start showing up 5 minutes early. Discipline yourself to stay 5 minutes late. I'm going to challenge you this week to work harder than you ever had before. There is no success. There is no success without the struggle and perseverance of making yourself accountable. They say when discipline meets perseverance, that's when you meet success. All right? The only way to discipline yourself is to become accountable to yourself. And if you can't do it for you, I know somebody out there, we working on that diet thing, and you can't seem to get away from that one sweet, them 2 sweets a day, the third one that you sneak that don't nobody see, you can't seem to get away from that. So I'm going to tell you, if you can't hold yourself accountable, I thank you for being so self-aware. Go out, get you an accountability buddy. Get you a notebook. Start writing down everything and really look in the mirror. All right, let's rehash these points because when you looking in the mirror, that's addressing the mess, okay? Number 1, let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Number 2, let's address the mess. So principle number 3, at the end of this whole thing, get your chin up, stick your chest out, and embrace the hard decision. Make your decision today to go and do the thing that you need to do. There's somebody that is still sitting back and you're still waiting. You're still waiting. Stop waiting. Make that hard decision today. Embrace that thing that you've been ducking and you've been evading. That's it. That's all you can do is make that hard decision to walk away from something that you know isn't right for you. Something that you know is holding you back from what it is that you need to do. I don't know what that thing is. It could be a job. It could be your relationship. It can be whatever. Sometimes embracing that hard decision is all you need to do to catapult yourself to the next level. It's your big brother Griggs. I thank you for tuning in. It's been over the Hump Wednesday, guys. I'll see you next week.
I'm no quitter, 'cause I'ma go get her. No, I'm no quitter, yes, I'ma go get it, yeah. I'm gonna get it.